Hello, I'm Cosmic Jack. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Want to talk a little bit about the astrological energies that are happening, of course. Can you feel the emotional intensity and churning and burning of your transformation taking place? Because I know I certainly have been feeling it, have been living it for really the last 6 weeks. It really started with Pluto re-entering Capricorn, and then we had eclipse season, and now we are dealing with some of these more intense scorpionic energies. We have Pluto opposing Mars. We had that insane full moon in Aries with the grand cardinal cross. And the universe is really pushing you and pressuring you in this little pressure cooker and boiling pot to change and transform. I've been using the analogy of cooking and baking a lot when it comes to the Scorpio season, because that is what it represents. Scorpio is the sacral. It represents the creation and the transformation that takes place in the womb. The womb needs a safe space and a container for the alchemy to exist. And it's really about turning the metaphysical into the physical. And in order for something to be born, you have to be reborn, which means old things have to die. And when old things die, they make noise. And that could not be more true this week, as we have an opposition of Mars in Cancer with Pluto in Capricorn. Pluto, you have heard me talk about Pluto endlessly. It has been so profound and powerful in my life the last 6 weeks, really all year though, as it has moved from my 12th house to my first house, now back. And I've had just massive subconscious revelations and awakenings and gifts turning on and new power transformed, and like just so much transformation happening this year to really kind of next level my life and my power and my business and my purpose and really like the woman that I'm here to be. And so I hope that you have been feeling that as well. It has been very shadowy, as Pluto would have us do, because Pluto makes you meet your fears of your past. It removes things so that you can like transform the energy. So like let's say something has to die. Let's say your scarcity, your lack has to die in order for your abundance to come in, right? Like that is the nature of Pluto. It's like you can't be holding on to scarcity and in the energy of abundance at the same time, bitch. It's like you gotta let go of the scarcity. You gotta let go of the lack in order for the riches to come in, right? It's like Pluto in Capricorn is the true rags to riches story. And it's like, have you been alchemizing Capricorn in your chart? It's been a 16-year journey of transformation around your authority, your responsibilities, your success, your goals, your achievements. Just really, Pluto in Capricorn wants you to be an adult. It wants you to be emotionally mature. It wants you to be emotionally responsible. It wants you to be successful. But it's about the rules and regulations and systems and structures that are going to support you, confirmation burp, in achieving your lofty goals and success. Maybe you've been holding yourself back and thinking way too fucking small. Pluto in Capricorn rounding out its journey is like time to go really bigger and really expand and amplify your success. That is one of the most profound and powerful parts around hanging out with other successful people. It shows you actually like how small you think, right? It's like, oh, like their success is so major and large and big that like I'm actually really underplaying myself. I'm really undervaluing myself. I'm really undercutting myself, right? And they'll show you that like different ways of being successful, different ways of operating, different ways of thinking, and even just showing you that success can be easy, right? And so really this like Capricorn energy is wanting you to show you a new way of what it means to be successful. And so look back really from 2008, what has been the success journey in your life from this point on? And if you want to really understand what those themes have been in order to really kind of alchemize those Capricorn themes of success and abundance and wealth and responsibility and really taking your power back as the authority of your life, I am doing a 6-week container called Plutonic, supporting you in doing exactly that. It is the emotional safe space of a container that is required in order for you to really transform, right? It's like that the womb is the safe space of creation. So it's going to be a safe container and a supportive container for creation to really alchemize your fear, your emotions, and really making success an inside job. So I'm really excited for that. I'll post the link in the show notes, but definitely don't want to miss that because all of the astrology is really pushing us into that. And I have a lot of magical things that have unfolded in my life that have resulted in that container. And so I can't wait to share everything that I've been moving through behind the scenes inside of that space, because it's been just nothing short of like heart expanding and miraculous and magical and just really, really, really profound is like the best way to explain it. So that is the place for you if you would like to join and really take advantage of the Scorpio season, the end of a 16-year journey, and really just like reclaiming your power as the authority and, you know, owning your success and being the boss. Like that's the place for you. And that's what the astrology is pushing you to. Like the astrology wants you super successful. It's saying to go bigger. It's saying in order to have the success and achieve the goals and all the things that you're here to do, you have to release your past. You have to. There's no way around that, because like I said, it's like you can't be holding on to old energies and expect to receive different results, right? It's like if you want something different, something has to change, right? And really the only constant in life is change. And so embracing it and not needing to feel like you need to control things and be like, because low octave of Scorpio likes to control and manipulates things in order to change things. And high octave of Scorpio really trusts and surrenders through the power of the alchemy, right? And so what makes this transition of Pluto exiting Capricorn really powerful is it's in its opposition to Mars. And so we're feeling this energy already. We started to feel it with the full moon in Aries, October 17th, because it was in that cardinal grand cross. And it's surfaced a lot of pain, a lot of negative emotions, a lot of fear, a lot of the past. I don't know about you, but a lot of people from my past have resurfaced. I was kind of like laughing, just how everything is just such energy. It's just like everything is just energy. And I'm like, oh, right, because like I anchored in new levels of power and transformed, and like, of course, all these people like energetically feel it and want to like come back in. And I'm like, no. I'm boundaried. I'm grounded in my new reality. Confirmation burp, right? And so it's like really being able to expand your capacity to hold this transformation, right? And really building, it's really like expanding your oven, so to speak, expanding your womb, expanding your ability to have and hold and handle it all, right? And Scorpio has a lot of grit, a lot of strength, a lot of tenacity, a lot of pressure, a lot of power, to really like welcome in this new energy that's wanting to emerge deep from within you. It's like it's been there all along, like your power has always been there, but now it's like time for like this next level of power to come through. And Mars in Cancer opposing Pluto is having you really face and reflect on the emotions and the stuff that's stored in your physical body, the density, the fear, the trauma, the emotional negativity that's keeping you from this next level. And so whatever fears are surfacing, a lot of things are presenting very physically for people, I will say. So if that has been happening to you, know that it's just like the energy. It's like, it's like, because your body holds on to low density emotion, right? And your fear is the way that low density really meets you. And so in order to become a higher frequency and vibrational human and really be naturally magnetic and raise your consciousness, it's actually just like removing these densities and removing these fears from your body. And so it's doing you a favor, right? The fear is actually a blessing. It's actually a gift, because there's new energy wanting to be cleared and wanting to come through. but you just literally have to face it and open it and soften it and crack it open. And so Mars in Cancer opposing Pluto is really requiring you to crack open your heart deeper and fuller and really kind of reparent yourself, because shadow side of Cancer is so vulnerable that it really is self-protective of its heart. And when you are self-protective and overprotective of your heart, you close yourself off from receiving, and what you close yourself off from receiving is love and support. And so I don't know about you, but I want to feel love and I want to feel supported. And so anywhere that you're being asked to move through things it's good. It's a good thing, because it means that love and support are wanting to come through. That's really how I read this energy with this Cancer Capricorn axis. And that might also mean that you have to really kind of look at your childhood and your inner child and really kind of reparent and re-nurture and re-love on yourself, and really know how to meet your emotional needs in new ways, because the people who are the most successful like have a level of emotional maturity. And so I always say this with like entrepreneurs and like my clients. I'm like, you can't have a 5-year-old emotionally running your business, right? If you are reactive to everything in your business, in your life, in your partnerships, it's like that stuff can't work anymore, because you actually just need to learn how to meet your own needs. And I was listening to David Guyman today, and he said, wherever you are emotionally reactive is showing you where your needs aren't met. And so, or where you feel like you don't have what you need. And so look at what's being triggered within you right now, because it's asking the light of the creator is like creating cracks within you in order for you to open to receive the love and support further. But it's like you actually have to move through that. And so really reflect on that. It's like, okay, what am I being reactive to? What am my external reality? Am I not being, is it reflecting to me in something within myself that I need to move through, right? So maybe I'm reactive about the fact that my partner hasn't been as communicative as he normally is, right? It's like, okay, well, what is that reflecting to me that like I'm not being communicative, right? And because that's what Cancer is not afraid to be vulnerable and initiate emotional connection and be like, okay, like these are my needs. I would really love it if you communicated with me more. And it's like, because that's communication, right? That's you communicating your needs. And so it's like, we can't expect other people to communicate if we're not communicating, right? And so it's really kind of having us really reflect really hard on where we are not being the thing that we need, and really where we're not allowing love and support to really just be moved through our vessel. Because love and support to me is like the love, like that's like divine love. It's like the feminine is like all of the love, and the masculine is all of the support. And so when you can be balanced and calibrated to that internally, it's like you are always going to be mirrored and match that in the external world. And so allow this energy this week to really be crack open and move like these lower density energies and emotions through you, because on the other side is so much love and support, and it's so beautiful. Like I feel my heart just opening, even just speaking to that. And then of course we have this like wild new moon that is my like arm is shaking now, like I'm getting nudged. We have this new moon in Scorpio happening on November 1st. So it's like we're built this Mars opposite Pluto energy we're building to all week, and it peaks at the new moon. By the way, we're going to be moving through this energy like for the next 6 months, Mars opposing Pluto. So like expect this to be a major theme. Because Mars is going to retrograde and Pluto is moving into Aquarius. And so it's really actually rare to be have Mars and Pluto in opposition for 6 months. Like that's extremely rare. Like I would have to go dive into the archives and see like when the last time that if that's ever happened, because one, Pluto stationing into a new sign is rare, and then Mars retrogrades only happen every 2 years. And of course, Mars's movements are important because the North Node is in Aries. Mars is the ruler of Aries. And so it's having us really, it's having us dig deep and really clear a lot of fears and emotions, and a lot really kind of reclaim the masculine side of ourselves, of like support and tenacity and grit and willpower and confidence and courage and action and discipline. And so really like re-hone that inner relationship of support. Because if I'm not feeling supported, where am I not supporting myself? If I'm not feeling love, where am I not loving myself? Right? And Mars will station retrograde in Leo, and Cancer is about the heart. They're both about the heart. So it's like, where are you not allowing your heart to be seen? Where are you not allowing your emotions to be seen? Where are you not allowing yourself to receive? Where are you not letting yourself shine? And that's really going to be a theme that's going to be moving, and we're going to be transcending the next 6 months. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be interesting these next 6 months. There's a lot of change and transitions happening astrologically, but we'll get into that more later. But all of that to say, this Mars-Pluto opposition is exact on this new moon that we're having on November 1st. And, you know, Mars opposing Pluto, it's funny because I was just in LA working in the NFL, and I was talking to this one former NFL player about astrology for like 15, 20 minutes. And like, it was so funny because, you know, I always say that Mars, athletes have Mars-Pluto like aspects in their chart. And we started talking, and he was he was just saying the most like Mars like things. I was like, "Are you in Aries?" And he's like, "Yep." And then I was like, "Okay, well, like where's your Mars?" And he was like, "I don't." He actually like knew his shit. It was like Taurus, and I was like, "But it was opposing Pluto." And I was like, "Of course it was opposing Pluto because you're an athlete." But it's so interesting, right? Because I was like, of course, because you have to have a certain amount of grit and tenacity and passion and intensity in order to be a top athlete, right? And Mars is your physical expression. It is your assertion energy, and it's about how you get what you want. It is obsessive and compulsive about achieving its desires. And so right now you might be feeling like there's a pressure and a building in order for you to like really achieve the legacy that you're here to leave, because that's what Capricorn is about. Capricorn is the legacy that you leave behind. And really like learning how it's like grandfather energy. It's like King of Pentacles energy. It's just like, I've accumulated all of this success and all of this wealth, confirmation burp, for everyone like that gets left behind. And what I always say, I learned from one of my first spiritual teachers, is she said, one of the most spiritual things you could ever do is actually make money, because the money is actually something that like will heal your lineage. It gets them out of survival. And when you can get out of survival, then you can get into creation. And so it's a really profound week this week to really move out of survival and purge kind of these survivalistic energies within you. But that's like, it's going to feel really compulsive and obsessive. And how that feels, we're gonna feel it very viscerally, especially because Mars is in Cancer, and it's just wanting to be moved. So if any sort of like safety or survival triggers present this week, just know that is like the energy getting cleared out. And that is what is being asked to alchemize and be transformed with this new moon in Scorpio on November 1st. This new moon is a new beginning in Scorpio. So it's like you're starting new in this energy of power, right? This powerful energy. It is so powerful. This is happening at 9 degrees of Scorpio. You can think back to last year when we had these eclipses in Scorpio. Where was that unfolding within your chart? That would have been last April was the last one we had in Scorpio. So look back to like last April, and what was the energy around the Scorpio? That would have been a full moon in Scorpio eclipse, but that can give you an inclination of the energy. And then of course we had the full moon in Scorpio this past May as well. So look to what was happening in the Scorpio part of your chart. This is a new beginning around Scorpio. So whatever has been cleared with those eclipses, just know that this is like the new beginning and a fresh start. This new moon is also happening trine Saturn. So Saturn in Pisces wants you like spiritually inclined and wanting you to have new responsibilities, new disciplines, new maturity, new levels, right? Pluto in Capricorn wants you to put in the work and wants you responsible and wants you committed to the spiritual path. And so where can you actually invite in the father archetype? I'm just like laughing to myself. I'm like, of course I would start Plutonic during this week. It's like, this is exactly what we're going to be moving through. All of this, it's like we're welcoming in grandfather energy with Capricorn. Of course, Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn. And so it's like we're clearing out all of these energies, all of these fears, all of these emotional intensities in order to make success an inside job, right? And really welcoming in the transformation. So I highly recommend you get inside. There's also a payment plan on the website. So there's really no reason not to. So the other thing that we have with this new moon is that we have Mercury opposing Uranus. So Mercury in Scorpio is like the detective. It is the investigator. It dives deep. It's not afraid to go there. It's very intuitive. It's very fixed. It's very focused on obtaining what it wants. And opposing Uranus, it's like revelations and awakenings and new things, ways of doing things and operating and really thinking about things can come through. And we also have Venus square Saturn. And so again, it's like the heart center just needs developing. It's like we need to crack open our heart. Where are we not thinking or believing like what we want is possible? Venus in Sagittarius is like so optimistic. That's like my natal Venus and Sag placement. It wants the big goals. It wants the big dreams. It wants it all, right? And Saturn there can feel like it's like restricted or limited, or they have to work really hard for it. And so whenever I see someone with Venus and Saturn, I'm like, there was always generally a karma with the mother, and the heart space needs developing. And so where are you actually, again, blocking yourself from receiving the love and the support that you want? This new moon is really I'm just seeing like Superman just like opening up his chest to reveal the superhero and the superpower like underneath, right? Like that's what this new moon is doing. It's like we were Clark Kent, and now we're becoming Superman, and by opening our heart and puffing up our chest, right? And that's how we're raising the consciousness. So, wow, big week ahead, big new moon happening. This is going to be an intense Scorpio season. So again, get inside Plutonic if you want support moving through and clearing any of these negativities, these fears, these emotions, and really connecting to your inner light, the light of the creator, and really the love and the support that you're here to have. So sending you so much love. Happy new moon, happy Scorpio season, and I'll see you on the next one.